About cross-party working, and you are now chair of the all-party parliamentary group on women's health, the chair of the APPG on sexual and reproductive health. Why? What are you campaigning on now?
Well, there's a few issues in that, actually. I mean, we've done a recent report on access to contraception. We found that actually access to contraception has reduced over the last few years, not just during COVID, but before, because of the fragmentation of budgets and responsibility for providing contraceptive services. We've had cuts to public health budgets, and public health is responsible for sexual health in communities. So that's another problem. And we've also been looking at abortion and abortion services and whether the current law is actually right for 2021. Of course, the abortion law came in '67, a great landmark piece of legislation, but medical advances over the last 50-odd years mean that that act is now very out of date and needs to be reformed. But it's a very contentious issue, and governments don't normally want to touch anything around abortion because it's a free vote. So we've certainly got views about what we think should happen around abortion. We think certainly it shouldn't be, it's based on the criminal law, and we think that's wrong. It's based on a Victorian statute where it says if a woman tries to procure her own miscarriage or someone helps her, they can end up going to prison for life. So the '67 Act set out very specific conditions when an abortion can be carried out. So it has to be with 2 doctors, it has to be in a clinic, and there are various other conditions that have to be met. But if you don't meet those conditions, then you could be liable under the Criminal Act that I just referred to. So we think that's the wrong way of doing things now. It should be taken out of the criminal law. It should be seen as a health matter between a woman and her doctor. Of course, it should be regulated and there should be proper provision around the regulation, but it should not be a criminal matter. So things like that, as an MP, we pass laws, but then over time, those laws may well be out of date, and I think it's my job as an MP to point this out and say why the law should be changed.